Hey Scorpio, this reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising in Love. We're going to take a look at October 21st through November 4th because I'm getting to these a little bit late, okay? So Scorpio in Love, October 21st through November 4th. Scorpio in Love, October 21st through November 4th. Scorpio, I will still be giving away a free reading this month. If you'd like to be considered, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below your video, and I will notify winners at the very end of the month. Scorpio in Love, October 21st to November 4th. Okay, Scorpio, I just channeled the truth is coming out. The truth will come out. The truth will come out. Now, for some of you, the truth is a really beautiful surprise, a really beautiful message here. I'm getting a gender reveal. So congratulations to those of you who that applies to, a gender reveal that just brings a whole lot of joy to people around them, especially the expecting parents, okay? I do think for some of you, you may be going to a gender reveal party. This may not be you and your family having a baby, but it feels like it brings you a whole lot of joy. But I'm going to put this out there, Scorpio, because this definitely comes through. If you are not sure if a partner is trustworthy, if you're not sure, even a friend, if a friend is trustworthy, this would only apply to someone very close to you though, okay? Because we are still talking about love specifically, but sometimes friendships come up in love readings for sure. If you're not sure where someone stands, where someone's loyalty is, if you can trust them, the truth is going to come out over the next couple of weeks. If someone's hiding something, time's up. Even if they try to hold back, time's up. Okay, make sure this isn't you, Scorpio, but I'm not really feeling that this is your energy. This really does feel like a partner. It feels like someone around you. You're going to get the clarity that you seek and that you need at this time. Okay, so let's get a little bit more clarity here. Scorpio in Love, October 21st to November 4th, and the cards are already flying. Okay, you want some clarity on a relationship with someone whom you have a commitment with. I do think for some of you, this is just really good news. A gender reveal, or even just letting a partner know that you are expecting a baby, you know, just really celebrating, and that's incredible news. But for some of you, I don't want to say it's a small percentage. It actually does come through as a pretty big message. It's not a dominant message here, okay? But it's more than 10% of you, Scorpio. Someone's hiding something. Someone around you is hiding something. Truth is going to come out. This doesn't feel like your truth. And it doesn't feel like you have to dig for it. Be careful, or not even be careful. Pay attention to when someone's text messaging you. They may slip up. Or an email, someone may slip up. And you may not know that it's a slip up. But I feel like as a Scorpio, you will intuitively pick up on whatever it is that you need to know, okay? Messages are coming through for sure. Again, for many of you, these are really happy, positive, beautiful messages, you know? Not all truth is bad truth here. Someone may be expressing a love, and maybe someone slips up in a text message, and they let you know how they feel about you finally, and it's beautiful news here, okay? But keep your eyes open because some of you are going to get messages or hear some things, and they're going to be a little bit difficult, but you're going to be okay. We have love. Self-love at the center of the reading, self-love. You guys are all about self-love, and that's why the truth is going to come out, because you are so committed to self-love at this time. And Scorpio, you've been really good about this. This has come through in the last couple of readings that we've done, you know, the self-love that you now prioritize, because that is the energy you put out to universe, and that you prioritize self-love. Universe will expose anybody who is not showing up, being loving and honest to you at this time. So even if you hear a difficult message, even if something difficult comes up, understand that universe is protecting you at this time. You are deserving of people who are loyal and who are honest and who can stick around for the long term with love and honesty and integrity intact, okay? Your cards are just flying out. Playful. Okay, Gemini comes through this a lot, Scorpio. Air signs come through this a lot, Scorpio. It feels like you may have already gotten this message for some of you. You may be a little bit further down this road than other Scorpios. If that's the case, you're coming around to playful energy. You're out there having fun. Okay, someone did you wrong. You got some shitty news, but you're committed to self-love. You're healing. And you're moving the F on, Scorpio. Like, you are done. You are done feeling bad. You're done waiting. You're done thinking it over. You're just getting back to having fun. You're out there. You're with friends. You're being social. I also feel like, too, for those of you getting really good news, it's bringing out that playful nature. It's bringing out such a happy spirit, you know? It feels like some of you are flying high here. But with longevity, it's not like the kind of flying high and then you crash. I'm not getting a crash here. I see Scorpio maybe flying high and then coasting for a while. This is amazing energy. Even if you do get some difficult news or you are already dealing with some difficult news, try not to get stuck in that place, okay? There are better people showing up because of your commitment to self-love, and anyone who isn't loving and not meeting you on that level, they have to go, and the universe is just doing it for you. It's some built-in protection, okay? Wedding is being clarified by keep an open mind. I do think some of you, if you're moving past relationships, keep an open mind to new love and to commitments with new people that are not really your type. But it does feel like someone needs to keep an open mind. It's not even so much about keeping an open mind in more like a general sense. It's sort of like keeping your eyes open, being conscious of the energy around you, for better or for worse, okay? Because that's really what I'm getting here in regards to commitments and committed partners. Trusting your intuition. If you feel like, you know, this person could never do something like that, but all the signs are there, you know, they're staying out late, they're giving you more excuses than anything else. It's like something really might be off. That's what I'm really getting here with keep an open mind, okay? And I honestly don't really see you fighting it. I think if something comes up and it's off, you have already been feeling that energy. I don't think if there's negative news here, it's not going to catch you by surprise. I really don't think too many of you will be caught off guard, because I think that your intuition has already been telling you that something's off, and now you're just getting the clarity as to what it is. I do think for those of you receiving good news, keep an open mind, because that might be a little shocking. It feels like the good news could be shocking. Like, hey, we're having a baby, or hey, we're having another baby. Keep an open mind, even if it brings some stress too, and some fear, and maybe some concerns like, how can we afford this? There's a blessing here for you, Scorpio, too. I do feel like for some of you going through more of the difficult part of this journey, there's this happy news up ahead for you regardless. There are these happy surprises. There is this playful energy. There is a partner you'll be doing all that family, awesome life stuff with, okay? So don't get stuck in that place. If someone shows up in their true colors and their honesty, it all gets spotlighted, or their dishonesty gets spotlighted, and you don't like what you see, just keep it moving, okay? You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to allow really beautiful love to come in, if you're ready for it. And you know, another option here for you, Scorpio, is to take some time to yourself, because self-love does sit at the center of your reading. It's all about nurturing yourself. It's all about getting back to, I'm hearing getting back to the core of who you are, like a recommitment to your most authentic identity, okay? Because sometimes negative and toxic people, they can pull us away from our truth, okay? It feels like many of you are on a spiritual journey and you're very much committed to a spiritual journey, but toxic people can pull you off the spiritual journey. The self-love sitting at the core of this reading speaks to that recommitment for you, okay? And therefore, it will be a lot easier to call in more compatible partners and higher quality experiences, more joyful experiences. You know, it's interesting because I'm doing, you know, I'm shuffling quite a bit here, and all of your cards are just flying, and then all of a sudden it's like a hard stop. And I know the messages. I know we're not done with these messages. We need a few clarifiers. Someone's not saying something here. Or you may have already had that experience, Scorpio. I do think for many of you that bad news is past tense, you know? It's time to let that go, and I think that you have, because look at this, center of the reading. Again, we come back to self-love. Love yourself first. Only allow loving, respectful, honest people in, you know? You're committed to this. Clarified by safe love. This is what you're calling in because of your commitment to your highest good. Commitment to self-love, to self-nurturing, okay? It feels like for many of you, there's some past tense energy here. And universe is using that as a reference point. Look at how far you've come. Look at how far you've come. That person who deceived you, that pain you went through, that disappointment. Look at how far you've come. Now you've recommitted to self-love. You're back on the spiritual journey. Now you're calling in safe people. Now you're calling in playful, fun partners. People who, I'm getting like there's a lot of life. They inspire life. I'm honestly, I'm getting a little bit of like muse energy here too. For those of you who are creative, look at how far you've come. I think for some of you, when we talk about that negative energy or that bad news, it's not necessarily that that's going to be coming up the next couple of weeks, but you may have already had that experience, and look at where you're headed. You know, some of you may have already gotten to this playful, passionate space. Look at where you're headed, okay? Especially if you're dealing with that bad news and it's fresh, okay? It's playful energy. You end here. Clarified by passion. This is new love. If you're single and you want new love, it's here for you, Scorpio. This is someone who's safe, and you've manifested it because of your commitment to self-love, okay? You've done this. You've called this in. This isn't luck. This has nothing to do with luck. This has to do with conscious manifestation. This has to do with being conscious of self-love. This has to do with having healthier boundaries. This has to do with honoring when journeys are over and walking away from people when time is up, you know? And I think Scorpio's gotten so good at that. Better than most, okay? And now you guys are calling in a whole lot of love. So you may have already gotten some difficult news, or if it comes up over the next couple of weeks, trust me, things will get better soon, okay? You'll be happy that you've gotten that clarity when someone so much better comes through and you have a much higher vibing experience and relationship with them, okay? Grounding your whole reading. It's more self-love. You deserve love. There's self-love. I think that's just where your mind is at, and that's where your energy is at. And there's a lot of healing there. Romantic feelings here. Once you go, look at this. We have separation, though. Release your ex. And separation, okay? Release that ex. Free yourself. Celebrate your freedom. There's someone coming in who's romantic, who's safe, who's passionate, who's playful, and who respects you more because of your commitment to self-love. This is a higher vibing love. If you haven't already called in the higher vibing love, this is where you're headed. Over the next couple of weeks, there's clarity here, and it helps you move forward. Trust what comes up. And again, for some of you, this is just incredibly good news. It's not about bad news. You may have had that experience in the past, but for some of you, this passion, this playful, this self-love, this safe love, this is why you're starting a family with somebody. This is why you're experiencing joyful moments, because you've already committed to self-love and you've already called in the partner who is the most compatible, this high-level soulmate. Some of you, it's like more joy than you can handle, okay? So if you do have a rough couple of days or a rough moment, or you're already going through it as you step into the next couple of weeks, please trust me. There is so much positivity up ahead. It's a lot closer than you realize. I just got, okay, it's with this. I looked down kind of briefly and then up at the camera, and I got a visual of water, but it's this card. Now, again, we could be talking about you, Scorpio, but I feel like there's another water sign possibly too. So I'm getting air for sure. I'm getting air. But I'm also getting a lot of water here too. So this could just be Scorpio and an air sign, but I do think some of you could be calling somebody new in who also has those qualities of water and air, okay? It might be a really fun and a really intriguing experience and partner to come in for you, Scorpio. Someone who has that watery depth, that intuition, the sort of magical, psychic, all that stuff that you love that Scorpios are just so good at, so naturally, but also matched too with this playful energy. Someone who doesn't allow you to be too serious all the time. You may be that for a partner too, Scorpio. You may have met somebody who is a water sign, but a very serious water sign. You're like, oh yeah, I love that depth, but We gotta live life to the fullest too, you know? You may have those qualities and you're getting somebody else to be a little bit more playful. But that is clarified by passion. There's chemistry here. I'm telling you, Scorpio, there is something that is so good up ahead, right in front of you over the next couple of weeks. Okay, so clear what you need to clear and just move on. You're gonna be so happy that you did. Scorpio, if you feel like you need more clarity than this, reach out to me. I'm available for private readings. I'm available for energy healing work, which I specialize in. I am fully booked for the rest of October, but I do have a wait list going, and I will honor emergency readings and emergency healing sessions. You can check out what it is that I do offer on my website, UrbanSoulGuruCo. In the meantime, I'm sending you all so much love, light, and gratitude. I'll see you back here November 1st. Love you, Scorpio. Ciao.